Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Now, a quick overview of what we're going to be doing here, but before we get to that, thank you again for watching, for joining, and wherever you may be, and whenever you may be watching this, good morning, good afternoon, and of course,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
for the overview of the channel, we're going to be doing several series on this channel. One of them is going to be, of course, about pop culture and reviewing it. Mainly about the stuff that my friends and I like to enjoy, which is, just comics, video games, movies, TV shows, just like how many others enjoy as well. We're going to be reviewing the stuff that we like, maybe recommend it if it is worthy of recommendation, and so on and so forth. Now, as to what we're going to do in this particular video, the very first episode of Let's Say Pop Culture here, yes, that is the name of the channel, is celebrate Batman Day. Yes, Batman Day is a thing, if you didn't know. It is one of my personal favorite holidays. I'm sure it's also the personal holiday favorite of many as well. Sadly, it is not recognized as a holiday to many workplaces. But yeah, here we are. Now, as to what we're going to be doing in this video, like I said, celebrating Batman Day. And how we're going to do that is reviewing a couple stuff. Well, two things in particular, things that I was very excited to get. Before I even do that, let me take this off.
2 hours later.
What we're going to be looking at today is actually part of one of my favorite franchises, the Arkham series, Batman Arkham series. Now, what I'm going to be reviewing and actually unboxing and get to experience with you guys for the first time, because I never had this version. It would technically be the third game out of the series, but it's Origins. Now, what that may be, it would be this actually. This guy right here, the collector's edition of Batman Arkham Origins. Now, of course, this is a used product. Sadly, not many of these really roaming around the streets nowadays. But I was lucky enough to find this actually in my local game store, like local used game store. That being said, I of course still had to look through the contents to make sure that everything was actually still there. Now, so it wouldn't exactly be a full-on unboxing, as I would hope, but it was mainly just to check if the contents would be there. So I didn't actually thoroughly and very much particularly check out the stuff. I just made sure everything was there. So I didn't actually see everything in detail. Now, that's what we're going to be doing as of this moment. Now, so Arkham Origins. I do kind of like the box though. Kind of like a little chest. Now let's actually see in detail what this has. Okay. Oh, little piece of evidence here. For those who are familiar with the game, you can kind of see what this is here. Casino chip from the Final Offer, which is the Penguin's ship that he uses in the game. Now, this is one of the few. Definitely not opening this. This is staying in its little packaging. Now, this, of course, if you played the game, or if you know any green scaly big people that are considered murderers, cannibals, just overall deadly. This is Killer Croc's tooth. Why it would be in evidence like this? No clue, but you know what? Why not, right? So, something I did check out. So this was already open, sadly. Well, again, used. This is a head. So, the box even says, play the game first before you open this, because spoilers. But, game came out back in 2013, so by this time, come on, people. If you haven't played it, give it a shot. But yeah, if you don't not recognize this, this is Black Mask. So this looks like it's part of a statue that I haven't checked out at all, actually. But this looks like the little peg that you would actually have to insert to actually have this head. Now, let's check out the other stuff. Ooh. So, little dossier here. See what it has. Okay, I'm liking it so far. So to start, we have the contract of one night to kill the bat. Yeah, he's already worth this much after what? I believe it's 2-3 years of him being Batman in this game when he started. So yeah, why not? Now, the Assassin Agreement. So many rules for, trying to murder someone. Oh dear. As long as the job gets done, right? It's kind of the whole point. Now, it seems like these are the assassins. The GCPD bulletin pages. Quick little information on the assassins. Here, we got Deadshot. You can even see all the little information here. I know the glare kind of is bugging, but you can kind of see simple information here. Little bio of what he is, what he does. So, Deadshot. And as we were talking about earlier, little Killer Croc over here. Same thing, information, basic information, little bio. And their offenses, yeah. Something I actually, now that I'm noticing it, yeah, Deadshot's offenses are redacted, so it kind of tells you what he's been up to. Now, this guy here. No introduction needed. Come on now. Do I dare say his name? You guys should know. It's Bane. Now, this may remind some people of a different villain of the same name, but way, way, way back then. I'm talking about Copperhead. Copperhead here, as you can see, is a woman. Now, for those who remember the name Copperhead, you're probably thinking of maybe the villain from the Justice League animated series back in very early 2000s. It was a dude wearing a snake outfit. Yeah, she's just as flexible as a snake, but not as goofy as that guy. She's actually quite dangerous. Yeah, I remember my issues fighting this chick. Now, we have Lady Shiva. For those who do not know, within the context of the DC universe, one of the top fighters, martial artists, I should say, in the world. But sadly, and almost everything that she comes out in, she's not exactly that. She gets crapped on quite frequently, actually, quite frequently. Come on, man, do her some justice. You know, you can't have that title and just be crapped on all the time. Come on now. This guy just loves to burn stuff. Come on now. Firefly. I'm sure you guys probably heard of him. For those who do remember him, you know, Batman the Animated Series, even Justice League as well. You know, he's come out in a lot of different things. You know, the Batman from early 2000s as well. You know, this game even came out in the final game, Arkham Knight. So he's been around the block. He was actually a pretty fun fight in the game too. I can't say too much about Arkham Knight, but that's a whole different story. Now, let's move on. Also, a man who needs no introduction. Yeah. Little Slade Wilson over here, huh? Yeah. He's also been around the block too. Probably see him a little bit of everywhere, you know. Gotten very popular over the years, you know, from his first appearance from way back then. Talking about like 70s, 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, back then he wasn't, actually still not, he's still not a good guy. Yeah, no, if you know anything about his history, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, oh dear. And now, the hardest boss in the game. The electrocutioner. Yeah, can't even say his name right. Why even bother? Not even worth saying his name. Oh my god, this guy. He even comes with a little note. You made the cut. Don't fail me. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, anything else in here? That is it for this right here. Now let's move on to the next part of this. This seems to be this is a map actually. A map of Gotham City within the game. But as you can see, it's kind of, you know, painted over a lot of graffiti. For those who also don't know, anarchy. And no, that's not something that happens in the game, which actually it does happen in the game. But anarchy is actually one of the villains as well. And I guess this was his plan, or at least something that illustrated his plan for Gotham City. Still pretty cool, though. You know, like a little poster, put it up somewhere. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Now, let's move on. Yeah, this one's gonna be funny. So, this is a family photo of the Wayne family. I can already see it. I framed this up somewhere, put it on my desk, on a shelf, you know, have people come over like, oh, is that you and your family? No. No. They're just gonna look at me like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, this is gonna be funny. I can already see it. Oh yeah. Now this is a wanted poster actually for Batman. Because I mean, during this time, GCPD also didn't like him. So he was pissing off quite a few people. You know, Black Mask, assassins, the cops. Yeah, he was not a very well-liked man in the beginning. I mean, he still kind of isn't, but It's neither here nor there. Okay. Schematics for the Batwing. Yeah, Batwing prototype. It has all the different angles here, what it's meant to do, what it's gonna have. Again, pretty cool. Now, this was a nice surprise, by the way. So, this is actually, I didn't get a chance to read it, I just know I have it. Experience the icons that forged fear. So this might be actually some sort of documentary of these villains. Something that describes the villains, something that, kind of illustrates as to why they're so important for the mythos of Batman. And not just Batman in general, as you can see, because it also has Sinestro and Lex Luthor on it, but why these villains are just so important and integral for the characters that they are attached to. So I'll definitely be watching this when I have the chance. When that's gonna be, no clue, but I'm gonna make that happen, of course. Now, of course, you can't have a collector's edition without the actual game here. Now, funny enough, like how I said earlier, I already have this game, just not this version. Now I already have this, which comes with even more stuff than the one I originally had. Because if I'm not mistaken, the one that I had, the version that I had, only came with the Nightfall pack. This right here says Nightfall Batman skin, classic TV series Batman skin, and 5 challenge maps. Now again, I'm not sure if the original does have it, but this one does apparently. Now, hey, why not? Now, oh shit, language. This, I didn't get a chance to look at. This right here is, there's still more stuff, okay. I'll show the rest in a bit. What I just found right here is actually the stencil for Anarchy, one of the villains of the game, like I just described. So we could actually make some fun little art at some point. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is cool. Now, as to this book here, it's actually the art book of Arkham Origins. Okay, cool. Let's see what else it has here. Of course, other than art, because it is an art book. But we got Blackgate. I'm kind of mostly be skimming through these. Final offer, like I said, Penguin's little ship, little cargo ship. Characters, you got Black Mask, little concept art here and there. Bane, Deadshot. See, look, even Copperhead looks different in the art book here. Executioner, Killer Croc, Anarchy. Yeah, this thing definitely covers a whole lot of stuff here. Again, very cool, very nice. Now, for the big boy. Might gonna have to put the box down for a bit, just so I can actually pull out what's actually in here. Okay, cool. Let's take this over here. It looks pretty cool, but we're about to really see it right now. Now it's all one big piece, now ain't it? Now, here's what it is. It is this little diorama here. Oh yeah, that's super cool. So you can even see all the little details. You know, the cash, the gun, even the contract right there. Fruitcake. Quite fitting actually, considering that, you know, what Joker is. Now, here's where I think that second head comes into play. See? Right there. Took off Joker's head. Now, here's where this one comes into play. There it is. Now, honestly, as cool as it is, it doesn't actually match the rest of the body, considering that Black Mask likes to wear a lot of white. You hardly ever really see him wear dark clothing, other than maybe a few, you know, instances here and there. Like, for example, Arkham City. That's also going to be a different story. But in this particular case, like I said, that's the alternate head, but again, it doesn't really match, because Joker wears a lot of purple. There's even some greens in there. For those who actually have played the game, you might remember how he looks like. But yeah, alternate head. You can switch them out as you please. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep it with the Joker head. I don't know. Personally, I think it's better. Another quick look-see. Yeah, and I get a chance to look at this when I was checking out everything. So this could have been a bust. Like, it really could have not gone very well. This could have been broken, and you could see all sorts of different things wrong with it. But honestly, it looks pretty good for being a collector's edition of, what, since 2013? Yeah, this is still pretty cool. You know, whoever had this previously, thank you for, you know, keeping it safe, keeping it nice. Appreciate it, dog. Oh, the hidden panels. No, just panels. They don't open up, at least I don't think so. I'm not gonna try and open it up because I just got this and I don't want to ruin it already. That being said, let's put this off somewhere else real quick and show you the other thing that I was super excited about. I finally got it about a week ago. Yeah, just a little under a week ago. Took me a minute to put it all together, but it got done. Oh yeah. Now, again, let's put this somewhere. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, no, it's not this. Come on, now. It wouldn't take me a week to build this. But it's part of it, though. Lego Arkham Asylum. This right here. This took me a minute to build. Oh dear. But you know what? Super cool, super cool. And let me show you why. Let me just put this down before I shatter it and cry. Now, let me show you as to why it's so cool. This was a 18 plus Lego set. Meaning that, of course, it's best if you're a little older. because there's different things this set can do. Now, maybe lift it up one more time so I can show you guys. You can kind of see some holes right there, the very bottom, and those little pegs sticking out. So there's a modular set, meaning that you can add stuff to it and connect other things to it. So if you want to say, for example, wanted to make this place a bit bigger, or maybe connect some streets or other Lego sets, build a city, so on and so forth, you can, because that's what the little holes and pegs are for. So you can just interconnect other things and just build the world. Now, as to the reason why this is so cool is because, now let's see if I can do it without shattering everything. You can actually take it apart. Now, what makes it very easy to do so is the fact that the very top of each floor is just meant to put it in place. Now, let me show you what I mean. And you see there's a lot of flatness to it, but you could see a few pieces that you can connect Legos to. That's just so you can make it easier on yourself to take the floors apart. Let me give you another example. Just like how I said floors. Again, still delicate work, so I said if you do end up getting this, or if you do have it, do be careful. And this way you can actually see the stuff that's inside. You know, so you can actually interact with it. It's not just something you just, build and put on a shelf. It's something you can actually interact. Like how I said, it is a modular set, meaning you can add stuff to it, interact, and just build a bigger world. So this is the second floor. First thing I showed you was the rooftop. Now, here is the bottom floor, the first floor, the entrance. So hopefully none of these guys start falling off, but inside more cells, very interactive. You could even add more minifigs if you'd like. But speaking of the minifigs, we of course have Batman in a minute. And then for the Robin in this, we have Damian Wayne. Now, personally, not my favorite Robin, but here we are. And then here, good old security guard. We'll see how long they last. And now, to start off, here are some villains. So we have Mr. Freeze and the Riddler. Personally, I actually like the Riddler design in this. Very campy, kind of very cartoony, honestly. I like it. It kind of actually reminds me of Batman the Animated Series or even Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey, if you didn't know. Yeah, he was the Riddler. Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about that movie. Well, regardless, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Now, for whatever else is left on this, okay, so that was it for this floor for the minifigs. Now, on this floor, we have Scarecrow, and then we also have Poison Ivy here. And speaking of Poison Ivy, she seems to have the most love put into this because her cell is covered in this. Then when you actually look inside, more plants. So her cell is decked out to her personality and what she does. So she got a lot of love in this set. As more minifigs, we have Batwing. For those who don't know, this is the son of Lucius Fox. For those who don't know who Lucius Fox is, good friend to Batman. I mean, you've probably seen the ones with Christian Bale as Batman. Morgan Freeman is Lucius Fox. He does have a son who ends up being part of the Bat family. Now, his name does escape me for the moment, but then again, never really cared for him. Yeah, here we are. Now, of course, personally, one of my favorite love interests for Bruce here, Catwoman. And you can even see she even has her little kitty snack. 'Cause that's something I do love about this set, is the fact that Arkham Asylum, not exactly the happiest place on earth. But this set does make it a lot more fun. There's a couple different Easter eggs here. Like there's even a newspaper here, if I can take it out, that actually has a reference to The Dark Knight Returns, which is personally one of my favorite books and animated films of Batman, written by Frank Miller. Now, let me just put this back so I have more space on my desk. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's not shattered now. Okay, you know what? Good enough. I'll fix that later. Now, a couple more minifigs. Another guard. You know, she's got her little flashlight going on. Won't do much of that. An Arkham Asylum breakout. Now, another hero. We have Batman, Kate Kane. I actually really do love the cape. The fact that it spreads, makes it look like she's soaring. And then with the grappling hook and everything, you know, it just looks cool actually. Never been the biggest Kate Kane fan, but this minifig does look pretty cool. At least the way how it gets posed on this. Now, for a few more villains, well, the last three villains, we got Bane. Now, personally speaking, if I was running a prison and I knew Bane was, you know, one of the inmates, I wouldn't let him be carried out. For starters, his venom tank. And two, I wouldn't give him anything, let alone a dumbbell. You know, strong guy, pretty beefy dude. Yeah, no, I would not. Yeah. That's a no. Now, another fun minifig here. Killer Croc. It's a little chicken leg, little drumstick. You would have to give him stuff. Lots of meat. Yeah, he's technically, actually not even technically, he's a full-on cannibal. He sharpened his teeth so he could eat flesh. He eats people, bones and all. Yeah, he's not a very safe person to be around. I mean, if he doesn't like you, yeah, you're gone. Yeah, and then now for the last minifig, Penguin with his stubby little legs, and yeah, at least he has his little umbrella. So he can just actually do something with it. And of course, you know, little fluff right here, of course, because you know he's all fancy schmancy. Well, those were the villains that were part of this set, or at least connected to it. Now, as you saw, there was a Harley here. Harley with the Arkham Asylum little prison transport. Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of blinging out for a second. But yeah, Harley in the little prison transport. As you can see, the door is also open here in the back. Now, there's even some small detail inside. Let me just take this off real quick. So, even in here, you know, these are actually little tranquilizer guns. Now, why anyone would want to just tranquilize these damn villains is beyond me. Because if I saw Joker running around, yeah, best you bet I'm trying to put that man down. I'm trying to live, okay? It's Gotham City. You can't just be tranquilizing people, especially these freaking criminals. You can't be tranquilizing this guy. He needs to be put down. But you know what? It's all good. He's all locked up. Not for long, but this is how he comes. I still think it's cool. Personally, I did hear a few complaints that, you know, everyone's like in jumpsuits, but you know what? I still dig it, and like how I said, it is customizable. You could change out the bodies of the minifigs if you'd like. You can add more minifigs, so, you know, I don't really see the big deal. Probably other than, you know, more money, but neither here nor there. But yeah, there's this last villain here, and that would be the last of the minifigs here. This came with 15 minifigs and a very lengthy big build. Now, that will be my pride and joy for the day. Yes, sir. And that's how I'm going to be celebrating Batman Day. I will be enjoying these two items that I spent quite some time looking for, mainly the Lego set. The Arkham Origins, on the other hand, that was just kind of a lucky find, but I always did want to find more items, more collectibles for the Arkham series. There is more stuff I want to do for it. That definitely helped. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys also enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever you may be. Have fun. Try to enjoy life. See you guys later. See you on the next episode. We'll see what we do next time. Lates.